Hey gangs, welcome to the Real Japanese Studio. And my name is Atsu, and I'm gonna be your tutor today as well. And it's been a long time, and I'm really sorry for not posting lots of videos these days because I've been really busy in preparing for my studying at Australian National University in Canberra. I'm moving to there. I'm moving there next month, so in February. So, but anyways, how was your 2012? Actually, my 2012 was very crappy due to those, preparations for my studying in Australia and Australian and CPA examination, which is provided by a fucking American institute. So, but I hope your 2012 was great and 2012 was great and 2013 will be greater, I hope. And I think my 2013 would be great. I believe I'll make it happen. Try. I'll make it a try. So, and if there's anyone watching this video from Australia or Canberra, please contact me because probably we can meet up there. And especially if you are studying at the Australian National University, that would be great, right? We can meet up there and enjoy talking. I can even teach Japanese for free if you want. Probably, although there are not many demands for that, unfortunately. So, let's get into today's word. Today's word is ma. Ma. Maybe you have heard of it, ma. But this is often heard here in Japan very frequently. So, if you have any chance, please be sensitive to these words, these vocabulary, again included in my book. But without being aware, probably you would hear those vocabularies because only those frequently used words are included in my book. But I want you to be a little bit sensitive to it if you're in Japan so that you can enhance your understanding and get a grip of it, okay, very easily. But of course, it is very easy for people who haven't come to Japan before can understand it. So it can be very easily understood. So let's get into it. The definition of ma, okay? The definition of it is anyway is a whale. Okay, anyway is a whale. So, but anyway is a whale. Actually, the direct translation of anyways or whale in English is ma in Japanese. However, actually, I guess like around 99.9% of translators wouldn't translate anyways or well into ma because ma is very casual. However, since it is very often used, majide really often used, please check this out. So I'll read the explanation first. Okay, so I read it. So ma is placed at the heading of the sentence every time it is used. Okay, so it is utilized when you are talking regarding something, or talking without denying it and changing the topic, or you want to state your opinion from different or the same perspectives. Okay, so at first it sounds that ma is really complex to understand, yet because, okay, here you're gonna wide it out, okay, wide it out and replace with ma, okay, and then ma is frequently used. So here what I wanted to say was, actually there is an error here, so I want you to replace it. So what I really wanted to say was because ma is majide frequently used, so you should first write it out, okay, and replace it with because ma is majide frequently used. I really wanted to, mix English with Japanese here, but only to find the new words, and it had just become an error. So please write them out and replace it with what I have just said. So because ma is much frequently used, okay, but nothing else. Nothing else is erroneous. Okay, so I want you to understand this word very deeply. So in-depth understanding is required here. And be able to use it like we do. Okay, so ma is like a signal that I'm going to cut the flow of the logic. I'm going to cut the flow of the logic, but not to change the topic. Now let's take a look at the following example sentences for better understanding. So anyways, what the fuck is a logic? I don't want to actually make it very complex, but I rather use the word logic. But what the hell is that? But here, logic is very simple. Logic means, okay, there is a cause and effect relationship. There is a cause and effect relationship in the sentence. For example, A because B, or A was caused because of B, or it was caused by C, or something like that. Or there is a cause and effect relationship, right? A because B, or it was caused because of B, it was due to C, or something like that. It was owing to something. Okay, cause and effect relationship. This is what I call logic, and this is very, simple stuff. So you don't need to kind of persistently stick to it. Know what I mean? You don't need to you don't need to think it very difficult. This is just a very easy logic. Even an elementary school student would understand it. Okay, so let's dive in to two examples available here for us. First, so person A says, ねえ、昨日携帯なくしたさ。Then person B says, マジまあ、多分見つかるでしょ。Okay, ねえ、昨日携帯なくしたさ。マジまあ、多分見つかるでしょ。Okay, so before talking about those example sentences, I really want to talk about a speed at which I read those example sentences. Because actually, one of my students told me that I read those example sentences very fast, and he or she was a little bit worried about that speed. Actually, to tell the truth, my speed is very natural. So, 昨日携帯なくしたさ. Okay, this is very natural speed. This is natural speed. So, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna speed at this pace, okay, at this tempo. First, in the first sentence, ね, okay, ね is like hey, ね, 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 hey, 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 okay, the same. Then 昨日 is yesterday, right? Then keitai is in America probably called cell phone or cellular phone, but in Australia it is called mobile. So keitai is mobile, but both are the same. Keitai in Japan. So lost my cell phone yesterday. Then nakushita means like lost. Okay, nakusu means lose, so nakushita is the past form of it. And there is a sa at the end of it. What does this sa mean? Okay, this sa is kind of dialect. Okay, used here in Hokkaido. I rather put it at the end of it so that I can have a chance to talk about our dialect. Okay, putting sa at the end of it, actually you can emphasize the whole sentence. However, nobody would expect you to use it since this is just a dialect. So if you want to make it more metropolitan or more commonly used, Japanese, just remove sa from the end. ね、昨日携帯なくした. Okay, that is all. Okay, very easy. The sa is just an additional. A little bit redundant. So hey, I lost my cell phone yesterday. ね、hey, 昨日 yesterday, 携帯 cell phone なくした. Okay, lost. Okay. Usually verb plus object in English, but in Japanese object comes first. So keitai nakusu, okay? So object plus verb. So the order is a bit different. So let's go to the person B, maji. You really know this word, right? So maji is majide, the same. Really? Ma, well, okay, ma here means, of course, well. まあ、多分 probably, or maybe, probably and maybe. Okay. In English, probably or probably has actually higher possibility than maybe or possibly, I guess. But in Japanese, 多分 can mean actually every, every single possibility. Know what I mean? So any types of any level of possibility can be meant by using 多分 in Japanese. The 見つかる is, be found. Okay, 見つかる is be found. And でしょ I think. Okay, でしょ is like you emphasize it. You just emphasize it. 多分見つかる。多分見つかるでしょ。でしょ here is like you guess it. You guess. Okay, でしょ has actually two functions here, and one is emphasize the whole sentence, and the second function is to tell that you are guessing. Okay, there are two functions this show has here. So マジ really well 多分 probably 見つかる be found this show probably you will be found, maybe you will find it. Okay, to go to the next sentence, the person A says このハンバーガー200円だけどどう思う？このハンバーガー200円だけどどう思う？ The person B says 高くはないね。Okay, 高くはないね。Okay, the person is この this hamburger. Okay, in English, hamburger will be pronounced like hamburger or hamburger or I don't know. But we wouldn't say like hamburger. We just call it hamburger. Okay, hamburger. で、200円。Okay, 200円. 200 means 200 and N is yen. Here, the pronunciation problem. Foreigners pronounce it like yen, like I-E-N, yen, but it sounds very weird because we call it like N, no I in it. Okay, N, E-N, no Y exists. Okay, so just say 200円, not 200 yen. Okay, it sounds a little bit weird. And だけど and but. Okay, だけど means but. どう思う? どう思う is a one phrase. It's one phrase. What do you think? どう思う? What do you think? What do you think? Okay, so このハンバーガー200円. Okay, this hamburger is 200 yen. だけど but. どう思う? What do you think? Then person B says, it's like you were thinking. And means here, of course, well, 高くはない. Okay, 高くはないね. Okay, 高い means expensive. Okay, E adjective. But 高くはない means it's not expensive. Okay, it's not expensive. Because, you're denying the word expensive by putting nai, okay, at the latter part, in the latter part of the sentence. Okay? So, anyways, I gave you some examples in which is used as well. So, it might be a little difficult for you to understand but I guess it's very easy because it is exactly the same in terms of how it is used as well or anyways. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. It took actually longer than I expected, and if you're watching from Australia or Canberra, please tell me that you are there so that I can pay a visit. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and I hope you could improve your Japanese. You can improve your Japanese dramatically fairly soon. So see you.